Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you so much for joining me. Apologies for the way I look. I just took all my makeup off, even my brows, everything like that. My hair's a bit of a mess because I was finishing up for the day recording videos and then I remembered I had all this. And I was like, you know what? No, let me do it. Let me just get it out there. It doesn't matter what I look like. Who cares? What matters is the finish of the foundation and concealer. So we are trying the Glossier Stretch Foundation and the Glossier Stretch Balm Concealer. Wait, this is just the normal thing, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, now just going into this, just so you know, the only reason I have these is actually because my brother James purchased them and was looking for, I think just like lightweight for on camera, and he actually purchased all the wrong shades, but I was like, you know what, let me take them and I'll review them. So they are gonna be a little bit dark. He got them super yellow, but I'm gonna be looking at the texture and the finish and everything like that. My skin is all prepped, so let's just go through the foundation first. So I have the shade medium 5 here, which definitely isn't my skin tone. I'm more in the light area. It's actually quite big, a lot bigger than I expected from what I saw on their website. The packaging is quite big, it's a lot thicker. I actually like the size of this compared to a lot of foundations. Some of them are quite hard to get through. So this is nice. What have we got here? A pump. A pump is good. Okay, so I'm gonna apply a little bit with their brush. This is the face brush. It says blend and diffuse. Hold the metal base, push, flip, and click to open and close. Oh, I see, okay. So it's like this. Now, I have a slight issue with this brush because it's great for areas like this, but when it comes to like around the nose, oh, I guess it's all, like, I mean here, for example, around my nose here, it's kind of touching my skin, the metal part. So I don't know how good this will be for a full face of foundation, but we will most definitely give it a go. When I'm applying it, just to begin with, I'm just gonna do a little voiceover off the benefits of this foundation, or what it claims anyway. Made for real life, an 89% skincare based gel cream foundation that leaves skin looking moisturized with a natural to you finish. Formulated to fuse with skin, never cake on top, to blend seamlessly and wear up to 12 hours. Crease resistant, transfer resistant, sweat resistant, cruelty free and vegan, dermatologist tested, formulated without fragrance, non-comedogenic. Okay, so obviously this is most definitely an incorrect color. I didn't think it would be quite this bad, but it is. So initial impressions, it's actually sitting beautifully on the skin. Over my dehydration around the nose, it sits really nicely. I have texture skin here, looks really great. It looks like my, well, not the color, but the texture looks like my skin. It doesn't feel heavy. If this was my shade, I feel like it might be undetectable if I use a small amount. That's the texture and the coverage. I'm not sure I could do a full day wear test in this because I don't want to answer the door to anyone like this. They'll be like, why are you a completely different color from your neck? But I can say from experience, obviously as a makeup artist, this on my oily skin is going to be incredibly greasy and oily in about 10 minutes. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll clean my room for about a good hour and just show you it after an hour and see where we are in terms of how repairable it is and things like that. The concealer is obviously, I like her concealer anyway. I know that's a good concealer. So the foundation is nice. Let's talk about the brush. I personally wouldn't buy this brush. I don't like the application. In terms of using it, I use like a very different methods, right? So it's almost shaped where you can sweep it across the face. However, I did find it dragged the foundation a little bit. Although with a few passes, it did give it a really nice finish. I also use the longer side of a brush here for the main application, but this shorter side here is definitely a much better denseness and thickness for areas like say under the eye here, if you're not wearing concealer and you just want to touch a little bit up here, for where you need a little bit more fuller coverage quicker, and same like around the nose here. My only issue is certain angles, you're touching the metal part of a brush. I don't know if you can see around the edges here, some foundation is on the white edges where it physically touched my skin. And occasionally I feel the coldness of the metal and I'm like, okay, that shouldn't be touching my face. It could take some getting used to, but I'm not a fan of products where you have to keep changing everything up all the time just to get a good basic application. I think this will be nice for things like cream blush or cream bronzer. Actually, you know what? Let's try it. Let's take a cream blush. This is one from Lottie London. It's like a color changing one. It's really cute. And let's just tap See, I feel like it's so much nicer. I probably should have started up here for product like this, where you can blend it out into the hairline a bit, where I'm only really gonna need this shape, this like cheekbone hugging shape. And I don't mean to be rude, but it does feel like it could break in a few months' time. It's not how I would choose to apply a foundation, especially naturally. I would prefer to use a brush if I wanted more of a natural, subtle finish with a product. Even sitting here now, I don't know if you can tell that I've definitely got a lot oilier, already. Around my nose is extremely shiny. This isn't good for oily skin. Drier skin, dehydrated skin will probably be a lot nicer. If I had my actual shade, this is obviously not the brand's problem, this is my shade, but I'm just saying, if I had my natural shade, I feel like this would be really nice, just a little bit touched on the cheeks, a little bit on the middle of the forehead, a little bit round the corners of the nose, in a manageable amount with a little bit of powder, just to even out my skin tone for the day. It's definitely not something I would consider over the full face. In terms of going to an event or something like that, I don't think it would hold, I don't think it would last very long, and I think it will make all my other products look kind of greasy and funny. This does have an average rating on their website of 4.7, and some good reviews as well. Obsessed, I haven't worn foundation in light years. I just couldn't find what I wanted. Second skin, lightweight, perfect match, flawless feeling, long lasting, but this checks all the boxes. I used just barely a pump for my whole face on top of my future dew, and I feel like myself, but just a bit better. It's also buildable when I want more coverage and easy to blend. Bottom line, yes, I would recommend this to a friend. Slay, love it, really good color match. And if I could find some bad reviews, I would read them, but unfortunately they don't let you filter by the rating of a star. The more I sit here, the more, I don't know if it's apparent in real life, but the more sweaty it's looking. It's looking like I'm sweating here because I haven't mattified in certain areas, which can look like sweat on foundation. This is not for oily skin. This is not for oily skin. And I even just read somewhere, somebody with drier skin said their skin almost seemed to suck it up. So I, quite honestly, if you have good skin, good combination skin, and you just want something maybe lightweight and tinted, this may be the foundation for you. For me, I'm gonna say no for oily skin. If your foundation tends to come off quite easy, I would probably stay away from this foundation. The brush I wouldn't recommend for anyone, honestly. I mean, if I saw this, I would be like, no, that's not gonna work for everyone. It's not for me. I don't think this is a nice idea. All right, okay, let me know your opinions down below. This is getting more and more greasy as I sit here, so that's wear test enough for me. Thank you so much for joining me. Give this video a thumbs up. If you want more quick reviews like this, do let me know down below and I can do them for you as a little extra video now and then. Thank you again, I'll see you soon, bye.